And welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Baseball Edition. I'm Terry, that's Nick, and we are going to break down some hockey or some baseball. I chose 5 games here for us to go over, and then of course the last pitch segment. Anybody wants to hear about, we'll talk about it there. So I guess we will jump right into the first game here, or I guess the 1 o'clock game that's just about to start. I'll briefly touch on that. I have the Mets money line in one of my parlays, but that's about it. I'm not super confident in the Mets today, enough to take like the run line, but I think they win, so I took the money line in one of my parlays there. Nick, any thoughts here on the Mets game?
Yeah, it hit for me yesterday. I went right back to it today. My Mets run line double up, first 5 in full game. The Mets are actually a wagon when it comes to the first 5s. Because I was just looking at a stat this morning. In their first 8 games, they are 8-0 money line and run line for the first 5 innings. So this is a team that has won every single first 5 innings. So I went right back to the first 5 and then the full game run line as well. The Diamondbacks are just a team that I'm going to look to fade, and the Mets have the best record in baseball. I know it's early, but the Mets have the best record in baseball, so I will enjoy that.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can. But no, the Mets have been really good so far, so good for the Mets. We'll jump into the first game here. The Rays, Tampa Bay, Kluber are in Chicago facing Kopech and the White Sox. A total of 8.5 in this one. I'm going right back to where I was yesterday with the White Sox. I cashed my 4-teamer plus 500, and the White Sox are part of that. The White Sox were my best bet. I had them first 5 innings and full game, and it all cashed. So going back to it here, I like Kopech as a pitcher. Kluber, obviously one game, he did well, but it's still early in the season. I just like this White Sox team more than I like this Tampa Bay team right now anyways. So current form, I like the White Sox better. I think the pitching is pretty even, I guess. So I'm going with the better lineup, in my opinion, on the White Sox. I have them in my parlay. 1 second here. So my parlay, Mets, White Sox, and Blue Jays plus 304, all to win on the money line. So I didn't get anything. I didn't bet it singly here on the White Sox today because I have a bunch of other bets. So I just put it in that parlay. Nick, what do you think here, Rays and White Sox?
Yeah, Michael Kopech is a pitcher I like to back. I think he's going to have a very solid year this year. I know somebody who has a Cy Young ticket on him. So I thought that was kind of interesting. He last season he had a 3.50 ERA, 1.13 WHIP in 69 and a third innings pitch. He struck out 103 batters. And he got up to a decent start this year. 1 earned run on 2 hits, 4 innings pitched. He didn't go too far into the game. You don't expect that from many pitchers, though, this season. I think the furthest I've seen anyone go is 6 1/3. He struck out 3 and walked 2 in that game. You're not going to see pitchers go very far in games. I do like the White Sox here. I think they have a good bullpen as well. Both these lineups are confirmed. Lau, Franco, Arozarena, Ramirez, Diaz, Margot, Phillips. Love Brett Phillips. Mike Zunino and Taylor Walls. On the other side, Anderson, Robert, Abreu, Grandal, Jimenez, Garcia, Harrison, McGuire, and Vogt. I like this White Sox lineup. They are, I think, they have their second best record in baseball. They're 5-2 to start the year. I've made some money backing these White Sox. I'm going to look to do it again today. The White Sox, I noticed, have been a team I've been riding a little bit in the start of the season. So I'll take the White Sox here. I got it at minus 135.
Awesome. I like it. We'll move on here to the second game. We're going to talk about Detroit and Manning plus 108 are in Kansas City facing Bubic minus 126. Total of 8 in this one. Kansas City is off to kind of a rough start here. I kind of had the opinion that they might start off not too bad. I thought they were not going to start off amazing or anything, but I kind of thought that they'd start off like 500 or even in the first few games. But 2-5, I believe, not really starting out the best here. The Tigers here on the other side, Manning, he pitched really good in his first start. And I think there's some value here with Detroit in the first 5 innings. So that's where I went with this. For Detroit to be winning or tied, I guess, for the push after first 5. This Kansas City team is just not playing very well. So I'll back the Tigers here on the road in the first 5 innings. Nick, what do you think here? Tigers and Royals.
Yeah, I did that yesterday. It didn't come through for me, but I'm going to go right back to it today. The Tigers in the first 5 innings. I remember last year that made me some pretty decent money. Tigers first 5s. I remember the joke between me and Detroit Lenny was Tigers first 5 was making car payments last year. And I think they might go back to doing that this year. I don't know about full games with them. I do like the starting rotation that the Tigers do have. Casey Mize, I think Tariq Skubal is going to take a step forward. I like Matt Manning. So overall, this is a Tigers team that I do expect better stuff from. Torkelson has looked good, but yeah, he's going to be hitting 6 today now. There are confirmed lineups for this game. Grossman, Scoop, Candelario Cabrera, Eric Haas, which was the catcher. He's moved to left field. That's interesting. Torkelson, Cameron, Gardeau, and Castro. So not many of the starters for the not as many starters for the Tigers. I've noticed here on the bottom of the lineup, a couple names I've not seen this year. On the other side, the Royals, Merrifield, Witt, Benintendi, Perez, Santana, Dozier, Mondesi, Taylor, and Lopez. And these are 2 teams I have opposite feels on. I like the Tigers a little bit this season, and I think the Royals are a 90-plus loss team. So I went the Tigers first 5 in this spot. I don't expect too much from the Royals this year.
All right. We'll go on here to the next one. Philadelphia is in Miami. Plus 100 for Suarez and the Phillies. Minus 118 for Rogers and the Marlins. Total of 8. Neither pitcher had a really a good debut. Rogers didn't play that bad. Suarez got lit up. And it's funny, I was talking about Suarez and how I thought he was going to do well and stuff. And then he comes out and just absolutely shits the bed. So thanks, Suarez, for making me look real good there. But Rogers is a pitcher I'm looking at back here. Last year, I didn't really take Miami as a favorite at all. I always look for them at plus money. But I'm taking them here today. Obviously, yesterday they played really well. I think Rogers plays well in this. Suarez, I expect him to play better than he did in his last game, but that's basically not saying much. That I don't expect him to be like a shutout. I don't expect him to shut out or anything here. So I'm going Miami full game. I wouldn't talk anybody off. Miami first 5. This isn't a spot I would take the first 5 under. Yesterday, Miami just blew that for me, scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. So
no. The Phillies ruined that for you, giving up 2 runs in the bottom. Don't blame the hitters and the pitchers on unders.
Like 1 run, and like Miami had like 6. So I blame Miami for scoring so much. But anyways, yeah, I'm not going with the under here. I'm going to back the Marlins. Nick, any thoughts here? Phillies and the Marlins?
Yeah, this is a Marlins team that I've had back-to-back games here against the Phillies. When it comes to that, when they play the National League East, for whatever reason, they're always a thorn in the side of the NL East. Whether it's the Braves, whether it's the Phillies, whether it's the Nationals, they always seem to do pretty well against them. And the Mets too a little bit. They always seem to be sneaky against the Mets. I've gone on record to saying I think this is a team that is going to be a fun game and or a fun team to watch this year. I love their top 3 with Alcantara, with Lopez, and with Rogers. So yeah, this is a Marlins team I'm looking to back here, and I'm going to go right back to them today. They've treated me well the first 2 games of the series. Going right back to them today. I'm not huge on Ranger Suarez. My read was perfect on him last game, where he showed up or I believe it was he showed up late to spring training because he had visa issues, so he wasn't fully stretched out and ready for the regular season, and he got lit up. He only went 2 innings. I said Suarez under 3.5 strikeouts. I didn't bet it. I wish I did. He had 1. So I'm not a huge fan of Suarez. I think he had a nice season last year, but I don't think he does that again this year. I think the Marlins put up a few runs against him today and win this game like a 4-2 game.
All right. So we're pretty much in agreement so far.
That's scary.
Well, hey, we agreed yesterday on the White Sox, and it worked. For some reason, when we agree, things tend to go.
We agreed today on a big underdog, so I'm hoping that one comes through.
Yeah, for sure. Jax asked, did I purposely skip the Oakland-Toronto game? No. My only opinion in that game is that the Blue Jays win. Also, it is best bet on the site Tim and Nick work for. Yeah. It's the best bet. So.
Unfortunately, my brother will not let me go over that game because I can care less about going over those games. It's more my brother.
It makes sense. You're selling it on a website. If you give it for free, two people buying it, it's like. So it makes sense. But I like the Blue Jays to win. I'm not overly confident with Ryu enough to go on the run line. So obviously Toronto is the third team in my money line parlay. But other than that, I'm not super confident in the game. Rasim asks the NHL show. That will be at 2 p.m. Eastern, so in around 45 minutes from now, the hockey show. I know I changed a little bit last minute here. I decided to debut my Wild post-game show where me and hopefully some other Wild fans, it is Easter weekend, so it might just be me today, but going forward, it'll be me and a few other Wild fans going over the game, what we liked, what we didn't like, and stuff like that. So most likely going forward, we'll probably do the shows earlier on the weekends around this time or so, just because there's a lot of early games as well. So we'll try it out here, the new times. And with that, we'll jump into the next game here. The Nationals and Josh Rogers are in Pittsburgh facing Wilson. Plus 100 for the Nationals, minus 118 for the Pirates, a total of 9 here. Yesterday, I went with the Nationals first 5, basically fading the Pirates, and it was an easy win, basically. It was an easy win. Going right back to it here again today, Nationals first 5 money line, minus 104, and I'm looking at the full game. I might add it on as well. I'm surprised that I'm liking this Nationals team, not exactly a team I expected that I'd be betting very much, but they're facing the Pirates. So that's basically my explanation there. Josh Rogers was great in his first start, and I'm hoping he brings it here against this Pirates team. So I like Nationals first 5 and probably adding full game as well. Nick, any thoughts here, Nationals and Pirates?
Yeah, this game was frustrating for me yesterday because I had Pirates and over 9.5, and it finished 7-2 Nationals. So I lost both, and then I lost the one by a hook, which that was frustrating. That was kind of like whatever. But I'm going right back to the over again today. I think we see runs in this game. I got it 9 at minus 115. We saw in the first game it was I think 9-4. The second game was 7-2. So the first 2 games have hit at least 9 in both of them. These are just 2 teams I don't trust defensively and pitching wise, and I don't think these guys go too far, which means we get bullpens for these 2 teams a lot, and these 2 bullpens suck. So I like the over 9. I lean towards the Pirates in this game. I think the Pirates are still a better overall team than the Nationals, to be completely honest. I see some nice young talent here with the Pirates. I like O'Brien Hayes. I like Brian Reynolds. I like Sissoko. Kevin Newman. I like a couple of those bats in that lineup for the Pirates. I'd lean towards Pittsburgh if I had to go to a side, but I like the over 9 more in this game.
All right. Well, we can both win because you're not officially on the Pirates. So best of luck with the over. I hope the Nationals score a ton of runs.
Yeah.
We'll jump into the last game that I have here for us to talk about. If anybody else wants to hear anything on any of the other games, if not, I'll just list out the rest of my picks that I have during last pitch. The Angels, Syndergaard, are in Texas facing Hearn. Minus 118 for the Angels, plus 100 for the Rangers. Total of 9 in this one. I'm not a big fan of Hearn. He's not a pitcher that I think very highly of, and I look to fade him, especially when the team that is playing him is minus 118. That's a great price. It's not like a minus 150, minus 160 type deal. I went with Angels first 5 money line, minus 120. So basically taking the bullpens out of it. Syndergaard versus Hearn. This Angels team versus this Rangers team. I like the first 5, minus 120 for the Angels here. Nick, any thoughts here, Angels and Rangers?
I didn't bet this yesterday. I bet it the first game. I regret not betting it yesterday. I like the over in this game. Over 9, I got it at minus 120. I lean towards the Rangers as well. Maybe a Rangers team total over. I kind of do like Taylor Hearn. I think he's going to be better than people expect, and he's a young prospect here for the Rangers. I believe he was a 5th round pick in 2015, but he's been up a couple of years now. 2020 at a 3.63 ERA, 4.66 last year, 104 innings pitched though. And this year he's off to a decent start. He only gave up 1 earned run in 4 innings. He did give up 8 hits, so this guy does give up hits. But that was in course. No, that wasn't in Coors Field. That was at home against the Rockies. The Rockies are a solid little offense there as well. So I can see Taylor Hearn having a nice little game here. I'd probably look at the Rangers in the first 5 innings if I had to get involved with the side in this game. The Rangers have made me a little bit of money this year with team totals. They've been scoring a lot. I remember I cashed a nice plus 165 with them in the first 5 innings last Sunday. So this is a team that I think in the right spot could be a sneaky team. And this line just seems a little bit sus because the Angels are supposed to be a much better team than this Rangers team this year. It's only minus 120. So that line feels a little fishy to me. It feels like the Angels are too easy in this game. That's just my opinion, though. But I like the over more than anything in this game, and I'll lead in Texas.
All right. We'll go on here to last pitch. So I will just go over my MLB card. So my parlay, the Mets money line, White Sox money line, Toronto money line, plus 304 for that. And then the single bets, Detroit Tigers first 5 money line, Twins full game money line, Miami Marlins full game money line, San Francisco Giants full game money line, Washington Nationals first 5 money line. I'm going to be adding full game as well, and Angels first 5 money line. That is it for me in baseball today. Didn't get to any player hit parlays. Went more with hockey here. More hockey players I like to get points. So didn't really get to any hits for player hit parlays, and nothing much really in the late games for me in baseball tonight. Kind of like in the earlier games. So Nick, if you want to go over your plays or whatever you want to say about the other games, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking a little bit at the Guardians in the first 5 innings against the Giants. That's one I liked that I added for today. Later on, we'll be looking to add the Yankees in the first 5 in the full game run lines. I think this is a bounce back spot. Tyler Wells is not a good pitcher. He looked awful in his first start, where he gave up 4 runs and 3 hits in an inning and 2/3. The guy had a 4.11 ERA last year in only 57 innings, and then he hadn't been in the MLB at all. It's not someone I'm particularly looking to back. And Jamison Tejon had a respectable outing against the Blue Jays in his last appearance. I like the over 8.5 with the Brewers and the Cardinals. I expect runs in that game. Steven Matz is a pitcher I'm looking to fade a little bit, so I'd be leaning back to go back to the Brewers, even though they let me down massively yesterday. I'll look to go back to the Brewers in this game. I don't think I'm going to, but that would be my lean in that game, is to go with the Brewers, either team total or money line. Let's see what you can get for a team total there with the Brewers, because I like the full game over 8.5, and I think they get to Steven Matz. And they're only a minus 115, so it's not like you're going to get a terrible price for them here. You can get Brewers team total over 3.5 at -145. Yeah, I like that spot there. Potentially that's another ad for me later in the day. But and then I think there was one more game I wanted to touch on. Oh yeah, the Dodger online. I'm looking at the Dodgers again. I think this team is the best team in baseball, and they're going to win 100 plus games, and probably 70 of them or more are going to be by multiple runs. So I'm going to go right back to the Dodgers.
See, I said the Dodgers were the best team in baseball yesterday in the group chat and got attacked.
You shouldn't have been.
That I wasn't a real Blue Jays fan because I said that.
They are the most talented team in baseball. You look at their roster, or you look at their lineup top to bottom. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Trey Turner, Max Muncy, Justin Turner, Will Smith, Cody Bellinger, a former MVP, is hitting 7th in their lineup. An all-star from last year, Chris Taylor, hitting 8th, and Gavin Lux, a great young talent, hitting 9th. And I saw I was watching the game a couple days ago, and they're describing the offseason moves of the Dodgers. I just thought this is interesting. They said in 2018, the Red Sox beat the Dodgers. So they went out and got Mookie Betts from the Red Sox. In 2019, the Nationals beat the Dodgers. They went out and got Trey Turner. And they also got Max Scherzer at one point too. And then last year, the Braves knocked out the Dodgers. What did they do? Oh, yeah, we'll just take your best player. Give me Freddie Freeman. So, yeah, it just boggles my mind that the Dodgers go out there and they can get these amazing players and be fine. So, yeah, the Dodgers are the best team in baseball. They should be the odds-on favorite to win the World Series. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
They'll choke in the CS, though, again.
I can be a homer with my Blue Jays, but I at least I admitted that the Dodgers have the best lineup in baseball. Does that mean they're going to win it all?
Sure.
No. It doesn't necessarily mean, because when playoffs comes, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Bellinger is worse when it comes to postseason.
I mean, some players just don't show up for the big moments, so it is what it is.
Cubano saying you taking Raptors today, Terry. I know it.
Yep.
Blue Jays, Wild, Raptors parlay. Why not?
I'm gonna take 4.5 with the Raptors for sure.
My NBA, I'll just give it out. But if you want to know any of my picks, all my picks are always listed on the spreadsheet in the link in the description of this video. Basketball, I'm on Mavericks plus 6.5.
That's a 6.5 now. Jeez, I got it at 5.
Yeah, I got it 6.5 minus 120. My one book. So I did that instead of the 5.5. A quarter unit on Mavericks money line plus 184. Yeah. I'm also on the Timberwolves plus 6.5, and the Raptors plus 4.5, and then a quarter unit on Raptors money line as well. Also, if anyone's in Ontario and has access to FanDuel, they have a promotion with Raptors, and I believe it's plus 58. Yeah, spread the love. So it's minus 110. And the odds, I think, are Raptors plus 57 last time I looked. Wow. So max $50.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, so I put the $50 on it and $45 if the Raptors don't lose by more than 60. So I'll take that. Took Mavs money line and Brunson over points.
Don't hate it.
Good luck. And that is the baseball slate. The games will be going over. I'll bring up this current standings for the show. So currently I'm leading best bets 5-3, up 0.03 on Tim, who's also 5-3. Bryant 4-1, right behind. Nick 5-3, up 1.33 units as well. Occupancy about even there. Vito in his one pick. Nathan off to a rough start, but he's working on the model, and I'm confident that he's going to be in the green soon. So we will go right to dog of the day here, and I will scroll on over. For me, dog of the day, I am going with Minnesota. I'm going with the Twins here. I really liked what I saw yesterday from them, and I think Sonny Gray will do pretty good in this game. Obviously, it is Boston, so we'll have to see what happens with the offense there. But I like Minnesota as my dog of the day. Nick, you went with Detroit.
Yeah.
So did Nathan. Bryant didn't choose one. And Tim went with Seattle here. Let me just check here. Okay, yeah, Occupancy just sent me in his here. So I will type it in here. Okay, 1 second. Occupancy's dog of the day is also Seattle.
Nice.
And then I will get his other thing typed in here. Nick, do you want to say your over-under and maybe just a brief description why, I guess?
Yeah. But going right back to that over with Milwaukee and St. Louis. I really like that spot here. I think I'm probably going to look to add Milwaukee's team total over as well. I need to write that down for a place. I need to add Brewers team total. I don't like Steven Matz, and this is coming from a Mets fan who watched him the first few years of his career. He's a decent pitcher, but he's very liable to get lit up. So I'm going to look to add the Brewers team total over as well, but I like the full game over 8.5. I think this is a nice little revenge spot after what happened yesterday with the Brewers where they lost 10-1. So it would be Brewers and nothing for me in that game on the side. I'm going to look to add their team total, and I like the full game over because I think there's going to be runs on both sides. I'm not a huge fan of Adrian Hauser as well.
All right. Go back here. So for me, no over-under today. I didn't choose anything. Nick, obviously, the St. Louis Milwaukee over. Tim went with LA Texas over 9.
I like it.
Bryant went with Houston Seattle over 7.5. Nathan went with Washington Pittsburgh over 9. And Occupancy went with San Francisco Cleveland first 5 over 4 for his over-under. Best bets, best parlay pieces here. I went back and forth, but I'm going with Miami money line as my best bet, minus 110. Best parlay piece, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to get a hit for the Blue Jays here as my best parlay piece. Nick, you went with the St. Louis Milwaukee over 8.5 as your best bet. Right back to Dodgers money line. Or actually, no. Did you? You might have had Yankees money line yesterday, but Dodgers money line
yesterday, yeah.
For your parlay piece. Tim also went with Miami money line as his best bet. Seattle plus 2.5 as his parlay piece. Bryant is going Cleveland first 5 plus 0.5 for his best bet. Philadelphia team total over 2.5 as his parlay piece. Nathan going Houston first 5 minus 0.5 for his best bet. Houston money line as his parlay piece. Occupancy is going with the Red Sox money line as his best bet. And Matt Olson from Atlanta over 0.5 hit. So to score a hit as his best parlay piece. And that is it for the base Wild Blues draw. We'll get to that. I'll get to that on the NHL show in half hour. So best luck to everybody tonight. Smash the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the content. We appreciate all the support. Best luck to everybody in your bets tonight, and we'll see you in another half hour for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends Hockey Edition. Have a good one, guys.